Hello, 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 hello. Anyway, so this is a live that I just decided to. I don't schedule my lives, so I do not schedule my lives. But I'm going to talk about, I today want to talk about that one hothead friend or that hothead person in the group, that draws everybody into their situation. What is all of this stuff? Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm just trying to figure this thing out. Uh, hold on. Hold on, guys. Okay. Anyhow, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Rosa from Rosa's Resources. Um, every now and then, guys, I come on live and just have conversations. I need to do more lives, actually. But of course, I'm just coming from work and I had an experience today. I had another one of those flash events today. It was about an hour ago. I'm sitting there in traffic, right? And the guy that was facing, coming towards me, this is just like, I feel like everything that I talk about on my page is either it happens to me from experience or someone else's experience or just world events, things that's happening here. I gotta have my coffee when I get home, sorry. But anyway, so this guy was like coming like towards me, right? And the pedestrian had his foot like in the street, and he was walking with a young lady and his dog, and he was in the protecting. I don't know if you guys know about this, but in the old days, I don't see them doing it quite much these days. I want to say because of the absence of fathers in the house, but normally a man will stand on the outside of a woman, like on the sidewalk, because he's the protector, and it's just natural. They just do it naturally, like an alpha man. He just does that naturally. Anyway, so the guy was like in his position, and the car was coming around, but the guy probably didn't see him. But what happened is the pedestrian, he went off. He started punching the car, started going crazy, and it was just like everybody is sitting in traffic looking at this guy like just losing control, because that's exactly what it is. It's like you're losing control, and I call those people Crazy Larry. Yes, he's losing control of the situation. He don't know how to just. It's something in that breath. You know what I mean? You got to take a breath and gather yourself, especially when you're walking with a female that you say you care about. I understand that he probably was upset. Maybe the men didn't see him. I don't know what happens. You have blind spots when you're a driver. You have blind spot. He probably didn't see him. He probably saw him. But when he stopped the car, the guy didn't have to hit his car, because the guy's not thinking. He's not thinking. You're walking with a female, right? He's walking with a female, and he don't understand. If something goes down, and even if he get into a altercation with the woman, like with the other gentleman, you leaving your girl wide open. You know what I mean? Anything could happen. I don't think it was a safe situation. So I'm on the inside looking out. Like, it's so different when it's actually happening to you than when you're just experiencing it from the sideline. We're gonna talk about it, guys. So he just started going crazy, and the girl was left in a position, looked like it was his girlfriend. She was left in a position to, like, she's pulling him by his coat, telling him to calm down and everything. But on the other hand, he also had his pit bull with him. You know what I mean? So what if because he's a hothead, he could have let the dog go and bite the driver. You know what I mean? He could have let his dog go and attack the driver. But anyway, I'm just going to share the experience with you guys as I'm talking about that one Coco Local person in your group. And that was her group and her experience. I'm sure it's not the first time. And I just want to encourage young ladies, if you are with a hothead type of guy, I know you probably think it's attractive now. It's not going to be attractive in the future. Trust and believe me. I don't think I ever really like those type of guys. My guys, I like more humble type of guys. And if they bring it, they bring it. But not that type of hothead type of person. No way. I couldn't deal with it because I don't want to go out with somebody and worrying that we're not gonna come back home. I like somebody that has composure, you know? Because I was a hothead. So why would I want a hothead guy like that I'm dating or a husband? You know what I mean? Two hotheads together. That's a formula for disaster in any group, whether it's a friend group, a spouse, a family member. Both hotheads cannot be hanging out together because that's going to be like an explosion. So he started hitting the guy's car and everything, and then he went into the window. He punched the gentleman. That could have went so wrong because everybody's not going to take your punch. Now you're aggressive. It was a very, very simple altercation that didn't have to escalate. This is what I'm talking about. The girl is trying to stop it from escalating, but he's like, he want to be a man, so he was carrying on. It was too extra. He didn't have to go that route. And then if I was his woman, I'm going to look at him like, oh, man, that's like so low vibrational. And, like, what's wrong with him? Like, that hothead thing, it's a turn off. Tell me, ladies, do you think it's a turn on or a turn off? Because for me, it's definitely a turn off, That's the people that you say they go all the way from 0 to 100 real quick. But what they don't understand is the person that they think is not like a hothead, that person that is calm, that person that has composure, that person that's trying to keep it together. They think that person is a punk. But what they don't understand is everybody can go from 0 to 100. Everybody has it in them. It's up to you to choose good or evil. It's a choice. You know what I mean? So why would you think just because you sizing somebody up because you think they're skinnier than you or they don't look as muscular as you or whatever, you sizing them up because it's your perception of the person. You don't know if this person is a black belt. You did not know what this man had in his car. But thank God that man was so composed, Even after he reached into his car and decided to punch the man, we all was just sitting by the side of the road with our mouths open. I turned to the lady to my right and I'm like, did you see that? Like, this guy is totally out of control. And this guy was about, I'm going to say from 20 to 25, And the young lady, she looked a little younger, but she's skinny, everything. She's trying to calm her boyfriend down, but he's going crazy, just like out of control. But again, he put her life in danger. I'm in hindsight, when you're older, you could see things from a different point of view. You know what I'm saying? Maybe when you're young, you think that's cute. You and your crew, you going crazy. Everybody all, from 0 to 100, you getting in a fight, you getting into shootouts. I'm telling you, it's just not a good space to be in, man. And all it brings is death or jail, nothing else. You're going to get beat up, end up in a hospital, or somebody's going to end up in the graveyard. You got to know how to cool down. I see girls do it. I see females do it. I see males do it. It doesn't matter, nothing about people's title. They go from 0 to 100 real quick. And all they got to do is take a breath. And sometimes you just got to just stand still and get it together. It happens everywhere. And then worse, like now in society with, especially when you're driving, you got these people with road rage. It's just one simple thing. You cut them off by mistake because you put your signal on and you can't go over because they're not letting you in. So now you give them a little bad drive and now these same people want to come shoot up your car or whatever. Like, I'm telling you, society is so, it's normalizing bad behavior. And in society right now, everybody is just like living off of anxiety. It's just like you say something to somebody, God forbid, back in the days, you step on somebody's sneakers, it's like, clean it off. Like, God, I'm sorry, You just say, I'm sorry. People not taking that these days. Sorry? It's almost like if you say sorry to somebody, they think you're a punk. You just have manners and respect. You know what I mean? It's nothing wrong with manners and respect, but society is so sick out here. And it's to the point where people just want to stay back and stay away from people. You know what I mean? Like, because people are so toxic for no reason. I really think a lot of people got mental health these days. A lot of people got mental health conditions, but what they don't understand also, and then I'm going to share one of my experience with you guys. I hope I don't forget, but everybody is like just like on high. Everybody is on high. Nobody want to calm down. Even in relationship, like if you talking to your partner, your partner get upset, you trying to communicate, right? And you just want to communicate your point. You listen, the person talk, and then that's how it's like a dance, right? But no, like somebody's always getting like upset and then the scream and start. Nobody's hearing you when you start screaming like that. Nobody is hearing you. When you're screaming, that's not communication. You're not hearing me. Like, you ever notice when somebody's yelling at you, you're not hearing them, they're not hearing you. It's just chaos. And it's just chaos after chaos after chaos. The sad thing about it is, people get from 0 to 100 when they walk with their kids, putting their partners in danger, putting their children in danger, handicapped mother or father in danger. Like, it's crazy out here. And the craziest thing I saw yesterday, when I was on 125th Street, it was a lady, right? The lady is blind. She's coming with her walking stick. And she's coming with her walking stick. The guy that has the sight has the visual sight, because the blind lady has sights too, right? Her senses is turned all the way up. You guys be sleeping on deaf people, blind people. Her senses is turned up. But what happened is, she's coming with her little walking stick. The guy with the sights, he sees her. And he's like getting upset because she's, I guess she touched his shoes when she was going like this. And I'm sitting there observing, because I'm over here to the wall, and I'm sitting there observing, and I'm like, wow, people are really sick in this society. What do you get mad at the lady for? The lady is blind. Do you understand what blind is? People are just so sick. Like, simple things tick people off. Like, and if they would just step back and take a breath, it wouldn't be so chaotic, but it's just not like that in society. So I'm going to share my story with you. I'm so glad that I am found, honey. I'm not perfect, but I'm found. I know how to take a deep breath. I know how to ignore things now. But when I was growing up, I was not always like this. So that's why I can look at somebody and see, because I see me in them. You know what I mean? Some people, they just calm and everything, and don't sleep on the calm person, because you think just because the person is calm, that person would just rock you with one punch or something. Because while they sitting back like this, just thinking, and you going all over the place, that person is just sitting back calculating how they're gonna hurt you. You gotta think when you're out here. If you could avoid things, just avoid it. One day I went to pick up my son at school. 0 to 100. I went to pick up my son from school, and there was a lady coming. I call her a bulldog because she thinks she a bulldog. Now, I'm not the troublemaking type of person, but if you wanted it, you can get it, right? So the bulldog, I call her. Me and my little grandson is walking. She coming down with her baby. She coming like, you ever see somebody rude and they just pushing, they don't care, they don't ask excuse or nothing? This girl, she coming down the crowd like that, so nasty. She run the carriage over my grandson's shoes. I asked her to say sorry. She said she not sorry. She go about her business. I'm over here waiting, 0 to 100, waiting for her to come back up the block. This is the way I was so heated in my mind, that when she was coming back up the block, honestly, I didn't even see her baby in her hand. All I saw was red. And this is what I'm trying to tell people. If you could avoid something, avoid it, because it doesn't make sense. I'm telling you, a temporary anger brings you a lifetime of pain. That's all I'm saying. In hindsight, when you could look back, if they say, if I could look back over my life, you wouldn't do certain things, but it was too much of a hot head. Anyway, so she's coming back up. I don't see that she have the baby in her hand. And I just said, you're not going to say sorry to my grandson? She said no, and all I did was spaz out on Her and her friends come to jump. I did not care. It was all over because, yeah, she was a bulldog. And that's the ones I like when I used to fight. You know what I mean? And that's all I'm saying. Like, people need to, like, really be calm out here because people got problems out here, basically. People got problem and they're not taking no shots. They're not taking no check. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. Again, you got to think. When you get into a situation, you're going to weigh the cost. Is it going to be worth it for me to go to jail? Me beating up this person? Cheating is the best example I could talk about. If your partner is cheating on you, right? And you find out about it and you want to go search for the person that the person is cheating with, why are you not talking to your partner? Why are you not talking to your partner? This person is on the outside of your relationship. And I used to think like that too. I used to think like, oh, yeah, that person is trying to mess up your relationship, whatever. No, you're in a committed relationship with somebody over here. They're the ones that drag this person inside, that third party in. So it's no reason for you to go talk to the third party. Talk to your partner. If you don't like the situation, just leave it alone. And that's another thing, guys. Cheating will make you go to jail, will make you commit suicide. You know what I'm saying? Like, cheating is no joke. Like, because when people's feelings get all into it, it's another story. Like, there's a lot of women that ends up in jail for crime of passion, vice versa. You know, because people think they could take it, like, say the cheater, right? The person that think they like the cheating person, they think it's fun and game. But when the person that they were with had enough and do it to them, they want to come murk. You know what I mean? And it's just not worth it. Walk away with your life. In any situation, walk away with your life. You know, again, especially out here in the environment that we live in now, they don't got money, they got problems, probably just lost their job. That's why I don't understand why people mess with people out here. You don't know the heavy weight people are carrying, the burden people are carrying. Why are you messing with people? And that goes for man, woman. Let's talk about the kids. You ever see the little kids that they innocent, everything, they don't want to bother nobody. These little kids don't even like to fight. But you keep on going like this to the one little kid, and then something happened, and then that's it. That's how this person ended up in prison, because they had to defend themselves. They got tired of being a bully. They got tired of being bullied every day. This person want to bully you every day. And at one time, you just stand up for yourself, and then you see that, you know, you have more strength than you think, but it wasn't a good strength that you used. You know, because trust me, when you lose your life, you can't get it back, and that's both ways: in the jail or in the cemetery. In the jail, you can't get your time back because time is very urgent and very important. You know what I'm saying? People waste time. I don't waste my time. I don't waste my time with friends, with people that don't belong in my circle. I don't waste my time because time is of the essence right now. You know what I mean? Nothing is promised to you. You don't know if you got 10 more days to live, 10 more years to live, 40 more years. You don't know. So don't take things for granted. Don't take things for granted, guys. Life is very, very precious. You know, stop messing with people. Stop bothering people. Just because somebody look humble and peaceful, leave them alone. Especially those people, leave them alone. You know, you see, recently it was even like this lady in the church that she went off. People got tempers. People have to have a choice. Is it, again, good or bad, right? So sometimes people just lose it. No matter how good a person is, people got feelings. People have their problem on top of their head in this environment that we living in now. And you ever hear the thing called SNAP? There's a program on TV called SNAP. Yo, SNAP is a real thing. People snap. So when you think you're the bully and you bullying the humble person, that humble person might just snap. I mean, they lose it. You know what I mean? So you have to stop it. You know, just like you think just because you with a humble partner, whether it's a male or female, and you keep pushing and screaming and this and that and going crazy, and you don't know that person also can snap. Your children could snap. Parents, your children could snap. Is it right? no. But if you are provoking, they even have that in the Bible as well. Parents, don't provoke your kids. Kids, honor your mother and your father, but parents, don't provoke your kids, because you got some parents, right, that they just treat their kids like so horrible, like horrible. Just they act like their kids are like something that they own, like their private possession, and they treat them so horrible. And parents, don't do that to your kids. They got feelings as well, and plus these kids, they're not taking it. But kids also, do not disrespect your parents like that. I understand sometimes you're in a situation where, you know, you had enough, you had it up to here, you tired of being treated like a slave, you know, you're tired of your parents treating you a certain way. There was like I remember, like, it was a white couple, it was also a black, two black twins, and they both was twins. How funny is that? And the twins I think they're looking at their case again, examining their case again. Is that the Menendez brothers? I'm not sure, but they re-examining their case because they said that it was some abuse, you know, in that file, and also the two twin black girls. I don't know what their case was about. But they murked their parents. You know, so just because your family, you never know when somebody will snap. You invite people to your home, you say one little thing to them, and they snap out. They snap out, beat you up in your own house, all kind of things. You know what I mean? Yeah, leave you there for you know what, you know? So you got to be careful. Like, handle people gently. If you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing again. Don't say nothing at all. If somebody is offended you, and you talk to them and it's not corrected, leave them alone. It's okay to walk away from people. You know, walk away from them. If you see somebody keep hurting you, why you keep on trying to fix that relationship? Whatever the relationship is, leave them alone. I'll never forget the gospel artist. It was an African gospel artist, right? She come to church all the time singing. She has some beautiful songs. If you guys know her name, you can put it down here in the comment section. But she was on the worship team, worshiping. That lady sings some beautiful music, you know? And then her husband murked her, you know? Her husband murked her, and I don't know what happened, and she couldn't get to tell people. But she was just singing up there, grinning and bearing it. You never know what people are going through, honey. You never know. Ever, ever, ever. Just recently, I was walking. I saw one of my neighbors. She was so nice back in the days, and people change, guys. And she used to feed the squirrels, right? So one day I saw her, and I was like, hi. And she was like looked at like mental health for real. And from that day, Madonna, I don't got nothing to say, because you don't know what's going on in people's mind, much less them heart. God see the heart. You understand? Whatever comes out of your mouth is from what's going on in your heart. So that's why when somebody says something, you can forgive people, but never forget how they treat you. Never forget what came out of their heart. What they said from their heart, they mean it. When it come out of their mouth, it's coming from their heart. That's in the Bible as well. Okay? That's what's coming out of your mouth is coming out of your heart. So when somebody say, I hate you, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Remember, it's coming from their heart. They mean it. They might come and apologize, but keep them far. Yes, keep them far. You understand me? And blame it on the alcohol. That's another thing. Like, people go crazy too when they drink. They like to blame it on the alcohol. But I say, or blame it on the weed or whatever. But that's just your inner man coming out. That's your inner man coming out, your real, true character coming out. It's being heightened by the liquor and the drugs. It's being heightened. Yes, it's being heightened, you know? And parents, what you don't understand is when things like this happen, you know, all this bad behavior, your picking is looking at you. Your kids is looking at you. They're going to carry on with the same behavior because that's what you taught them. That's what they learned from you. You know what I mean? That's exactly what they learned from you. Look at the kids. Look at the kids and how they act. And you could tell what's going on in their household. I'm telling you, just look at the kids. You know? We're living in some serious time, guys, and we got to take our life seriously. We got to readjust to this, I call it the New World Order. We got to adjust to what's going on out here. Don't get too caught up, like, in your mental, but go in your spiritual space. You understand? Pray, meditate, and just center yourself. Because if you don't know how to center yourself, first of all, give it to God. You're going to lose it in this world. And if you think you see anything yet, you ain't seen nothing yet. Simple, simple things. Just the other day, guess what? If you guys live in New York, you know what I'm talking about. And then let's just talk about crimes are happening in certain locations that it never happened before. It was not happening in that area. Now in Manhattan on 70-something Street recently, just this week, and on the D train, sorry, D or the B train, there were like a gun, like a mass, I don't know if it was a shooter, but everybody was down on the floor and everything. So it was like terror, terror. And then I was telling you something else. Yeah, it's just like you just got to be careful. And plus when the holiday season is coming up, people lose it. Why they lose it? They don't got God. You know what I'm saying? And you guys gonna get tired of to see me face. Cause you can't get me out of the race. Yeah, you're gonna get me tired of talking about God. Cause guess what? If you don't have him in the center of your life, you're gonna be lost. You're gonna be one of those chaotic people. You know what I'm saying? And then when something happened, you need to go center yourself. You need to go, whether you go in the bathroom or whatever, you take a breath, you calm yourself down and get it together. Go take a walk and get it together and revamp yourself. Because if you think this is bad now, when this world start getting more chaotic, because you guys don't see nothing yet, you got to learn how to calm and center yourself. And I talk about the kids all the time. The kids are living in their home. The home is chaotic, dysfunctional. Nobody's listening to them. A lot of kids are getting like abused. Just all type of abuse in their home. They don't have anybody, no outlet. They scared if they go and tell the teacher what's going to happen. They can't talk to their friends because their friends are going to put it online. It's just so chaotic. The world is in chaos right now, guys. So when the kids go to school, they're in the house. The house is chaotic. They leave. They leave their dwelling. You have the drug dealers in front of the building. They go to school on the site of the school. They have bullies there, and then they have to get searched to go inside of the school. They inside the school. They gotta do drills. God forbid if there's a mass. You know what I'm saying? How to exit the building, like it's too much. So if you could find calm and center yourself, pray together when the kids come home, teach them how to pray. Just you need calmness. You need calmness, guys. It's too much chaos. Turn the TV off. Turn all of the electric stuff off. Turn them off and just sit. Learn to sit in the corner by yourself. Like whether you do it individually or do it as a family, and bring calm. Like have a little calm circle, where you could talk to each other. What's going on throughout the day? Whether you do it around the kitchen table or just make a little circle on the floor and talk to your kids and see what's going on. So you could actually hear what they got to say to you. Because there's a lot of things going on. Do they have any friends that's disrupting them? That they so scared they can't talk to you guys about it. They can't talk to you about it because their friend is already threatening the family. If you tell your family, this is what's going to happen. But you got to tell your kids, those gangs, those predators, it doesn't matter. They could trust and come and talk to you. I can't stretch this enough. You got to make the kids could be able to come and talk to you, pour their heart out to you. If they don't feel safe with their parents, where do you expect them to go? To a stranger? So the stranger could rope them in to whatever they want to get them into? Come on, guys. This world is chaotic for the adults, and this world is chaotic for the children as well. Think about your kids. Just give them a better future. And if you don't know how, read a book. Go to therapy together. There's so much help out here. We can all imagine if all of society was just like Looney Tune. Imagine if all of society was just crazy for no reason and not one person was calm. Imagine if you was in a group of people and everybody want to fight. I hate going out with friends like that. I need calm. I need peace. I need thinking friends. I don't want to go out with people and everybody want to fight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bring it, bring it, bring it. They encouraging you for disaster. They're encouraging you for death and destruction. They're not encouraging you for nothing good. And talk to your kids because it's the same thing. They don't want friends like that. They want that friend that, like, if something is happening, they're going to pull you away. They're going to say, come on, it's not going to make you a punk. You're going to live to see another day. You're gonna, whether you're an adult or a kid, you are going to live to see another day. Men, your pride, put your pride down. Sometimes you got to walk away. Words is cheap. As long as they don't touch you, words is cheap. And that goes for male, females, children. Walk away. Go walk away. As long as they don't touch you, now that's a different story. And even then, I'm like, calm. But you know, like, if they touch you, that's a different story. But learn to walk away, man. Live another day. You're not a punk or nothing. It's okay. Let them say whatever they want to say. You understand what I'm saying? Especially when you're walking with your kids, your little infants, your little girl, your little boys. You got to teach them how to diffuse things, you know? You can't teach them, you and your spouse arguing out the street. Everybody is just like, it's so much chaos. That's how you're teaching your kids how to communicate? Go take some classes. There's nothing wrong with that. If you learn that from your parents and you want to be a better parent, take some classes, read some book. That's another thing with these days that I don't understand. It's so much information out here. Why are we still living like this? Blaming your parents for things that happened way back then. You're an adult now. Correct that. Correct that on your own. Correct that. Correct that on your own. Go insurance pay for mental health, because mental health is a real thing. And I want to talk about, oh my God, mental health. That crazy Larry that's on the job. Listen, if you are having mental health issues, and mental health is depression, mental health is also anxiety. If you're getting anxious on a job, that's another thing these jobs need to learn, right? If you see somebody, these supervisors and these managers are not trained on mental health, and that's why people go postal in these corporations, in these environments. They go crazy because you got this one worker that keep on coming into your office talking to you about certain things, and you're not correcting it, and the whole team gangs up on this in the job. The whole team gangs up on the outside of them because you're not complying with what's going on in the job environment. So even the supervisors and the rest of the crew, you know, they ostracize you. It happens on the job as well. You got Crazy Larry on the job. Let me show you how Crazy Larry looks on the job. This is how Crazy Larry looks on the job. Crazy Larry tried them best. They keep going into the office, talking to the supervisor, you keep on having meetings. It's not working out. You know, the jobs need to have, HR need to have in place the not only the mental health on the computer, but you need to have interaction, and you need to make sure your employees know that they could come and get mental health. If they need FMLA, they need time away from the job when they need to breathe. I know your work needs to get done, but if a person is not in a good mental space, it's not good. Just recently, I had somebody call me, right? I had to stay on this phone like an hour with this person, me walking through the mental health at work, because it used to happen to me when I was working at the airport. You know, the whole crew would gang up on me. They want to talk. It's like called gang stalking. You know, they don't include you in anything. You're always the last one to know. All kind of craziness. You know, they get the best schedule. That's how mental health look on the job. And I really think just a week ago, I had to stay on the phone an hour with somebody that was having a mental health crisis. That actually wanted to off themselves. I just want to share this with you guys. So I just noticed that on the job when I used to work with this person, because I'm looking at the person that is happening to, because that used to be me. And I'm like, damn, what's wrong? Like, you know, you really need to get some mental health. And I'm glad the person got mental health, and now is like taking medication, because this is how you don't know that that anger is depression. It's called it's a severe depression. So the person had to take pills and or everything. Why? Because the person would just start throwing things at work, not caring, nothing, couldn't control themselves. And this is what I'm telling you. If you feel like that at work, there's a thing called FMLA. You need to ask your supervisor about it, because not only do you have Crazy Larry in the household, somebody's gone like chaotic, whether it's the mother, the father, or the kid, somebody is having a mental health crisis in the house, so that's how it looks in the house. Every time this person come around, you're walking on eggshell. That same person go to school act the same way, just crazy, go to work, having mental health issues on the job, don't know who to turn to, but don't want to lose their job. FMLA. Take some time off when you feel way too stressed on the job. And if there is not a mental health put in place for your job, you need to bring that to human resource and talk to them about it. And maybe you're the change. Be the change that you want to see. Sometimes you have to get involved, guys. And also, you could call your insurance and see what type of mental health that they have that could help you out. You know what I'm saying? What you could go talk to somebody. Sometimes they have group therapy. You know what I mean? It's a real serious thing. That mental health on the job, wow. You can't even think, you can't concentrate, you can't do your job. Now you're angry at the customer, you're angry at your coworker, and it disrupts your attendance. You don't want to go to work. Every time you get up in the morning, you're like, oh God. It's almost like you're dragging yourself out of bed. You know what I mean? So you got to get help. If you know that you are, I don't want to say Crazy Larry, but yeah, let's call it what it is. If you know that you go from 0 to 100 real quick, and people try to glamorize mental health. And it is a real issue in society that we need to really deal with. We really need to deal with it. And when you go into the office to talk to your supervisor, I will say go over, to have the proper channel that you got to go through. You got to talk to your team leader first. Then you got to talk to your supervisor. Then your manager. It's just proper channel. But what I'm saying to you is, if you're having this issue at work, forget about that. Just put it in writing to the HR person. Don't call, put it in writing. They have to follow up. Okay? And then maybe they'll call a meeting between you and the supervisor or whatever. But put it in writing. They have to follow up, and then it's on record. Okay? But get that FMLA if you need time off. They have to give you like pay. It's not going to be a whole paycheck, but at least you'll get something. If you are having mental health crisis, you need to really take FMLA to gather yourself, get yourself together. I'm telling you that right now. Mental health is nothing to play with. The thing about it, some mental health you can see, you know what I mean? Like the one that go way to 100, but some is so sneaky, because did you know that the person that's always saying, I'm okay, I'm all right, and smiling on the job, like, or wherever they are in society, they in denial, those people are having mental health crisis as well. I really do love doing these lives, because, I'm just going to try to bring my experience to you guys the best I can. But I just want to tell you guys that mental health is real. It happens in kids. I want to talk about this a little bit. The kids that is disassociating, right? They're in the corner playing with themselves, talking to themselves. Watch those kids and listen to what they're saying, because they tuning out of reality. Just like how you guys go smoke, sex, whatever you guys do to disassociate, kids do the same thing too. So just make sure that you look at the kids, listen to them when they're talking, because they're not playing, okay? Those same kids that's disassociating, when they get older, they disassociate as well. Like when they become an adult, they know how to disassociated, disassociate from situation. It's just like the codependent type of person. If they were a partner that is like chaotic and toxic, they will disassociate just to like block the person out. Sometimes they won't even argue back. They'll just tune them out, and they didn't even hear nothing. They didn't hear nothing the person is saying to them. They just tune them out. They know how to do it because they've been doing it since they were a kid. I'm telling you everything that I'm telling you from experience, guys. So, because you might be in that household that was so chaotic and everything, and you just learn how to disassociate. You know what I mean? You know how to ignore people. Get help, guys. Get help. There's nothing wrong with going to get help. Mental health help. It's okay. I think after the big C, I think everybody needs to get some type of therapy. If you even only do it for a month, that's fine, but you need to get therapy. It just makes you a better person. And therapy also, guys, is just sometimes you ever see people that they just go talk to random strangers because they need to get it out. You know what they call chakras? The heart chakra, the chakras, the heart. It has to come out. It's that spirit that has to come out. That anger and heart that has to come out. Because if you keep that in, it becomes a hardened heart, guys. That means a hardened heart means you start having grudge, envy, jealousy towards people. You start becoming numb. You don't know how to feel no more. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to love no more because you got a hardened heart. Make sure you keep your heart open. Okay? No matter how, the curves that come to you in life, make sure you keep your heart open. It's so beautiful to keep your heart open. Always keep your heart open because everybody is not the same. Everybody is not the same, guys. Okay? I guess that's the end of my program, man. I just really wanted to, after I saw that experience today, I just wanted to come and talk to you guys. If you have young ladies at home, and the guys too, but if you have young ladies, if you're an auntie, a cousin, and you have little young ladies that look up to you, talk to them. Gather all the young people and just talk to them. It's such a beautiful circle, especially if you're the favorite auntie or the favorite cousin or the favorite grandma or the favorite whatever. Sit down and have a little circle and talk to the young people. Get them involved. Give them your counsel. We can't all be on the same page. Give them wise counsel because a lot of these kids, adults too, but a lot of these kids are lost. They don't have people, authentic people to go and talk to. You know what I mean? Because everybody's so phony and fake and everybody just care about themselves. You can't be like that because what are we passing on to the next generation? You're not going to, as an adult, you're not going to be here forever. What is going to be your legacy? What did you leave behind other than your car, your house, your jewelry, your bags? Other than that, what are you leaving behind? What are people going to say about you on the big day? What are they going to say about you? I say, give me my flowers now. Tell me how amazing I am now where I could hear you. You know what I'm saying? So talk to those kids. If you are male listening to my voice, and I just want to say, hey, shout out to all my males, because that's most of my listeners are males. If you are an uncle, a father, a grandfather, or just a cousin, or just a family friend, and you have that wise counsel, and your heart is open, talk to the kids, talk to the boys, play sports with them, take a walk with them. Don't smoke with them. Don't smoke with them. Too much of our kids are being poisoned with the liquor, especially that brown liquor. What they call it? Grace juice? Gray, whatever it is. Grey goose. Smoking weed. No, like let them have a better future. You know what I'm saying? Like you smoking that vape. Do that. Do you know what that do to your body? Do you know what chemicals are in there? Eventually, I know people don't want to listen, but eventually those things cause lung cancer and stuff like that. You want to live for as long as you can, healthy. And also, guys, start walking, even if it's just around the block. You don't have to join a gym, but start walking. If you can't walk up the stairs. You know what I mean? Move your hands, do something, do something. You know, if you want to live, you got to take better care of yourself. You only have one temple. All right, that means body, mind, and spirit. Don't just develop your physical and your spirit, man, is just like weak. Read that Bible, okay? Okay? Yeah. Body, spirits, and soul. Okay? Take care of yourself, guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in on today. I never know when I'm coming on live, but that guy inspired me today with his crazy Larry self. He just went cuckoo for cuckoo pops. And then he's walking with a young lady. That's why fathers are so important, you know, to teach the young lady, like, if he takes you out, he gotta treat you like a lady. He don't leave you on the side of the highway. Like one day I was driving, I saw this girl. She was on the side of a highway. I saw when the guy left her. It was in Queens. He left her on the side of the highway. Me, I pulled up. Oops. Young lady, you want to drive? Of course she's not going to come. She don't know me. You know what I mean? But I tell her, girl, I will bring you to the next, just like off the highway, so at least you could go to the gas station and call somebody to come get you. Guess what happened, guys? He reversed and came back and got her. I was like, just be careful with that guy. None of my business, but I wouldn't want my daughter to be left on the side of the highway. You know what I'm saying? Horrible. You know, so fathers, uncles, talk to your daughters. When I say your daughters, I mean girls in your family, girls in your circle. You know, if you're a real man and you're not there to molest them or lust after them, and you really mean them well, talk to them. Because the youth, believe it or not, guys, if you don't come with them like in this authority, they will listen to you. They will listen to you and they will take your advice and they will come. They will know that they could come and talk to you. And when they come and open up to you guys, don't run around and tell everybody their business. Keep that to yourself. You know, have an open communication with these youth because they really, really need counsel. Hell, some of the adults need counsel themselves, but especially the young people. You know, I have a heart for young people, you know, because it's so sad. They don't have no good examples out here. You know what I mean? Everybody's so lustful, lust. As a matter of fact, before I get off real quick, it was so funny this morning, guys. You know, people do what they have to do out here to make money, right? Whether I agree with it or not, that's your job, that's your job. This profession of a harlot, a prostitute, has been out there for ages. Remember when God went and talked to the lady at the well, right? Anywho, this morning I was watching, right, this program online, and the girls was complaining. They said that even as a stripper, they not making money no more. You know, some girl said that she made $4 for the night, where she used to make $1,000, $2,000 for the night. You know, I said, wow, even they are suffering. You know what I'm saying? This world is changing, and that's all I gotta say. You know, think about your young life because everybody has a journey. Everybody has a journey. Your today is not going to be your tomorrow. So just choose what you're doing wisely. There is consequences for your behavior. What they say, every action is a reaction, and it has an equal. Help me out in the comment section. All right. Equal effects, guys. All right. There's consequences to your behavior. You cannot just slap somebody and don't get it back. If you get slapped back, don't think that, oh, surprise, the person slapped me back. Are you kidding me? There's so much that I could talk about on here, but I just came in and I gotta go. But when I do my lives, guys, I don't know when I'm not gonna schedule my live because I never know when I'm coming on. But I'm trying to do this like maybe twice or 3 times for the week, but randomly because I'm very, very busy. But anyway, I hope you guys got some meat and potato from this, and thank you guys for listening.